web research organizations. The internet is growing all the time, and the way we use it is also changing. Many people now surf the web on the move using wireless connections. Some scientists are worried that in the future the internet won't be able to cope with the huge amount of information on the web. But Berners-Lee is confident that it will continue to grow and develop in new and exciting ways. It is estimated that nearly a quarter of the world's population use the internet. That's over 1.5 billion people going online and surfing the web. This figure has grown by over 300% since the year 2000. When everyone uses the same language, information can be shared between all computers on a computer network. Importantly, Berners-Lee allowed everyone to use this language free of charge. Queen Elizabeth II made Berners-Lee a knight in 2004, and Sir Tim Berners-Lee still continues to work with W3. Padstow is a small but very popular harbour town in North Cornwall in the United Kingdom. The town is 1.5 kilometres from the sea on the beautiful Camel River. It's a 30-minute drive from the Eden Project, the biggest tourist attraction in the area. The popular holiday resort of Rock is just a 5-minute ferry ride across the Camel River on the Black Tor ferry. Rock has got some of the most beautiful beaches in the area. There's a lot for the visitor to do in Padstow. There are beautiful walks along the southwest coastal path. This walking path follows the coast for just over 1,000 kilometres around the southwest of England. You can hire a bike and cycle along the camel trail through the lovely Cornish countryside. There aren't any cars on the trail, so it's great for families. There's good sailing on the river, and lots of pretty places to stay in the town. There's even a tiny cinema. The charming Cinedrome's been open since 1924. But Padstow is most famous for its food. There are many different restaurants, pubs, bakeries, and sweet shops in the town. A lot of visitors come to try the fresh seafood and traditional local food and drink. The pubs sell local beer and ale. The fudge shop sells over 36 different kinds of Cornish fudge. And in the summer, delicious Cornish ice cream is very popular. Another popular local dish is fish and chips. Boats leave this harbour every day to catch fish in the Atlantic, so the fish is very fresh. Fried fish and fried chips isn't very healthy, but it is delicious. And of course, everyone should try a Cornish pasty when they visit Padstow. The Chuff Bakery has made prize-winning traditional pasties for many years. The pasties are baked in the shop, so they are always fresh and hot. A traditional Cornish pasty has got beef, potatoes, onions and some turnip inside pastry. They are the original Cornish takeaway. People used to take them to work for lunch, on the farms and in the mines. But you must be careful eating your takeaway in Padstow, because the seagulls really love the local food too. It's a 30-minute drive from the Eden Project, the biggest tourist attraction in the area. The popular holiday resort of Rock is just a 5-minute ferry ride across the Camel River on the Black Tor ferry. There's good sailing on the river and lots of pretty places to stay in the town. There's even a tiny cinema. The charming Cinedrome's been open since 1924. Boats leave this harbour every day to catch fish in the Atlantic, so the fish is very fresh.
The historic city of Venice is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Venice, in northeastern Italy, is made up of 118 small islands. The islands lie in a saltwater lagoon along the coast of the Adriatic Sea. A long piece of land, the Lido, protects the lagoon from the sea. Venice is over 1,500 years old. The first people to settle on the islands were refugees from Roman cities in the 6th century. By the 15th century, Venice was one of the richest cities in the world. It was the centre of international trade and art. The rich built beautiful bridges, homes, churches, and piazzas, and travelled along the canals by gondola. Today, Venice is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is visited by 15 million tourists every year. Every spring, people from the local area, Europe, and around the world come to see the annual Carnival of Venice. It's a colourful celebration. There are parties and processions with everybody wearing traditional costumes and masks. The modern carnival lasts for 2 weeks in March or April. But the carnival has a long and interesting history. Springtime festivals were held in Venice from the start of the 11th century. Traditionally, the carnival lasted about 2 months, from the day after Christmas to Mardi Gras, 40 days before Easter. Masks have been part of the festival since the 13th century. Although at this time people were prevented from wearing masks by law for most of the year, residents of Venice were allowed to wear masks during Carnival. By the 18th century, the Carnival's wild parties and nightlife were famous